Welcome back.
To Marriage Beyond the Veil.
Well, I noticed, I just happened to notice, and it was just an odd kind of a thing.
Did you say it's a detergent?
Yes. On the care label of one of my garments. And I just happened to see the word detergent. I mean, which I had never seen before. But at any rate, that caught my eye. And then it made me think about, okay, care labels for your marriage. You know, because with garments, with clothing, it lets you know how to clean them, whether it needs to be dry cleaned, whether it can be hand washed. You know, it lets you know if it needs to tumble dry, if you need to let it dry flat. It lets you know whether or not you can use chlorine bleach.
Should be washed in cold water.
Cold water, all these things. And the purpose behind having a care label in your garment is to make certain that you have longevity with this garment and the quality of it is sustained.
Yes.
So I got to thinking, what about a care label for your marriage? For the same purposes. Telling you, giving you great insight on how to care for your marriage.
Tips.
For, the quality and the longevity of it.
Yeah, and that, for me, when you mentioned that, the first thing I thought about would be love languages would be great to be on a care label.
Okay.
Also simple things like, we talked about this the other day, but also things like put the seat down when you go to the bathroom, especially if there's something that is annoying to your spouse, as well as...
that would be on your care label?
I mean, it could be anything that could be. It's a tip. It's a tip. Anything that could help with the relationship.
The longevity and the quality.
Yes, the quality of a relationship.
Yeah, because I imagine, for that case, I mean, seat up, seat down.
Yeah.
Toilet tissue up, down, under, all that kind of stuff.
Gail don't wash clothes. I mean.
But what about things like make sure you're gracious?
Yes.
On the care label. Be thoughtful.
Don't forget to kiss your spouse before they leave.
Yes.
Pray in the morning. All kinds of little tips. And I think that would be great for people thinking about getting married, to have people make a little care label for you as like a little token of something they could leave for you. You could have a bowl and have like little labels, and people could write little tips, and put them in there.
So a marriage game
for a wedding. I mean, or even a shower. I mean, I think having care labels are really good because, like Fred said, it does make the longevity of an item.
The quality as far as longevity.
How do you keep the color in something? By washing
or the shape,
or something like
or the size.
Yes, Dad's little sweater. My mom shrunk one of my father's sweaters. It was wool. I think it was a mistake. But anyway, it came out. It was like this big.
Ooh, fine washables, because it lets you know when things need to be handled with delicacy
or dry cleaned.
Absolutely. So there's any number of things on a care label for your garments. So how much more important would there need to be, or should there be beneficial to have care labels for your love relationship? What about you? What would go on your care label? But it doesn't matter what's on the care label if you don't apply it.
That's right.
Right? Because it can make you aware of how to handle all the delicacies and everything like that. But if you don't follow the instructions, then you can ruin or damage what you value.
Right. And cut that longevity short.
So, until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same.
Have a good evening.